Hey Dana. First off, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers, and I think the giveaway idea is awesome. I really do. So what I'm going to try and do here is I got 3 games sitting to my, well, it'll be to my left, your right, that I picked out that I think you might enjoy if you've never heard of them. That's even better. But if you have, and you haven't really given them a good play, you might want to, because I think they're pretty cool. The first one, Valkyrie Profile Coven of the Plume. If you're into, I was actually looking behind your wall, and I don't think I saw this game. It's a strategy RPG type deal. It is the 3rd game in the series, and the second one's called Samaria, and the first one you can actually find now, I think the PSP, but I prefer getting the original copy, which I do have. For this deal, you actually play a soldier whose father was killed by the Valkyrie Lenneth, and you have to try and seek revenge. So yeah, this game is definitely a recommend, and I think if Square Enix doesn't re-release this as like the greatest hits game, they're foolish, to be honest. But that's number 1. Number 2, it was the 2007 RPG of the Year for GameSpot. But still, I don't think many people will have picked this up, even though when I bought this was $15. This is Persona 3 Fez for the PlayStation 2. It is a dating simulation slash RPG slash monster trainer game. Yeah, by the way, in case you're wondering, I pretty much picked the quirkiest games I could find in my collection to recommend to you. This is made by the good folks at Atlas, who made one of the hardest RPGs I've ever had my hands on, Demon's Souls. But this particular game, I think, is pretty cool. And by the way, I thought this was neat. Now, I don't usually show off the instruction booklets to games, but if you go and look up the Japanese game, which is also called Persona 3 Fez, but there's one called the Append Edition, this is actually the box art for the Append Edition in Japan. By the way, really neat fact about the game. While we rate it M for mature in the United States, in Japan it's actually rated B on the Sator scale. That means it's 12 and up. That means it will be the equivalent to our E10 plus. Okay? I'm probably going to restart the game again because I have OCD when it comes to this game, and I want to try and get everything that I can possible out of it. Plus, eventually I'm going to break down. I'm going to do the answer side of the game. When this game first came out, it had just the one mission, but in the in this game, there's actually the journey, which is your regular side quest with your protagonist. Then there's another one where you're pretty much going through Groundhog's Day. It's kind of creepy. Finally, a game which has an adjective in it that pretty much describes what it does to me. Mad Maestro. This comes to us from the good folks at Eidos and their Fresh Games subdivision. It is rated E for everyone. However, I suggest 2 things. 1, an ice pack, and B, a good set of patience, because let me tell you something right now. I played this game. I played this game, by the way. Here's some of what it looks like on the back here. And it is absolutely nuts. The part that's going to drive you nuts worse is it's not so much in the vein of Guitar Hero. What it does is it makes you have to hit a button on your controller. I'm not going to try and grab it now. Where you have to hit it at a precise amount of pressure, or else and it has this whole angel devil thing where it's strict as hell. You have to get this bar all the way to the top by the end of the song, or you don't pass. Yeah, it's really rigid. It's really frustrating, but it's actually not a bad game. I actually picked this one up, no joke. If you can see that, for about $6. Actually, I think I might have got this for free at Game Trader. But at any rate, not a bad game, and if you can pick this one up, it's gonna drive you nuts, but I think you'll have fun with it. Anywho, those are the 3 games which I picked to recommend to you. I hope you don't have any of them, but I mean, trust me, they're odd enough games that you might not have found them because you might have looked at them and went, I don't know. Of the 3, man, Maestro's going to drive you the craziest. The other 2 are fun as can be. They're RPGs, but the one is like a dating sim / RPG / whatever, Monster Hunter game. I don't know what else to call it. Those are my 3. You have a good night, sir, and I'll see you around. Bye now.